sort of ancient objects, because that's huge. So that's really sort of like where the new rich or Chinese rich puts their money, and increasingly there's Chinese collectors based in China. They see from there, they see how some of these works have risen in value, and as you pointed out, it's very material culture. Money making is, sort of like its aim number one. So it's seen as an investment to buy it, not because they love it, they just buy it because they think if I can plug it up in 5 years, triples my money. That's the prime motivation. That's changing, and also the museums don't really exist in a sort of European and Western model. So there's no collection. What is called a museum is basically sort of a Kunsthalle that you can rent. So it's called a museum because that lends prestige. So Curating, which is one of the biggest collectors of is a Swiss, who's the ambassador in China, is probably the biggest collection of Chinese art anywhere. And he started collecting in the early 80s, so he has that whole period up to the present time. Of course, he's been asked many times, to exhibit this work in China, and he doesn't want to, because it's probably never going to get it out of the country. And because they don't really have the same sort of idea to the original as we have it in the West. Original is a spirit. That is what something that continues. It's not. It doesn't reside in the material. So therefore, you can find a temple that's brand new, made out of concrete, which they will tell you is 3,000 years old. So for a collector to part with this work of art, it would be a disaster.
You mean because of that concrete, but the same applies to the antiques market in China as well. That's the same thing. So that same argument.
No, it doesn't, because it goes to it's from the pre-communist. It goes to a mythical past. It's connected to sort of whole imperial thing. It is connected to sort of.
I get that point, but I think it would be that there is a huge market in counterfeit.
Oh yeah, of course.
And so there's, that's a whole other issue that goes into.
About the public art of today.
In China?
Yes. Is the public, do they produce public art?
Yeah, they do.
Reflecting the new situation of these areas, or not?
Well,
I was just going to say that in terms of the growth of the actual art market within China, it has had the effect of perhaps not making public art as you mean, but kind of publicising or putting art into the public sphere. And I'm thinking about the fact I went to China in 1999, and then the art market was just starting. I mean, in Beijing was just starting to burgeon the way it is now. And then you had art was a very private affair that happened. Artists were making work and selling it in America, so it was being shipped out and shown mostly outside of China. And in China, it was being shown in artist lounge rooms, and that's how I was there on a research trip. That's how I saw work. I had some artist contacts, and I went lounge room to lounge room to lounge room. And now it's quite different to that. And so perhaps it's not public art in the way that we might term it, but it's this publicisation, if you like, of art. I mean, that's how I would see it.
But also, they have like sculpture parks increasingly.
What kind of?
Well,
Modernistic?
Yeah, sort of modernistic, quite monumental sculpture routes in Shanghai along the river. You can sort of walk from one piece to the next. But I mean, it's very difficult to understand it into public, as public space in a sort of conventional sort of Western European sense.
Okay, so what would the last presentation be?
My name is Fiona Haas, and I'm curator for the last 2.5 years. My name is Fiona Haas. I've curated for the last 2.5 years in my own pursuing my options. So I think summed up what we've done, so it says a lot of the things that's people talk about. For this seminar, we've researched how international exhibitions, biennales, and in my case, a magazine, I've researched a magazine called We Do, use nationality or cultural identity as subject. We found out that, for example, contemporary biennales are very popular with governments because they encourage dialogue with international players. So, for example, Mark did some research into the Istanbul Biennale, which started in 1997, as a way of opening dialogue between East and West. And it's palpably used now as a tool for political ends. Turkey needs to get into the EU, and it's going to secure its global future. It's a very good thing to have, a biennale in Istanbul. The Liverpool Biennale, we discover, is heavily subsidised by government agencies. That's what we discovered here. We understand that the importance of tourism in economic regeneration, and you've used arts as an attraction for visitors to Liverpool when you talked about cultural tourism. We found that large exhibitions like the Battersea Power Station, the Chinese power station show, have little to do with art and all to do with commerce and politics. We've seen that shows like African Remix or La Médition de la Terre have been criticised for their glibness, for the impossibility of the assumption that one can represent national cultures in a more encompassing show. Human rights and freedom of speech have been looked into, and the art world seems to be able to pick and choose who they represent without any consideration for the political consequences. Art, we've discovered, and it's like we're down really, it's the gilding on the corporate lily, it feels like, or it's the prostitute of politics. The curator is being asked to be the critic curator, to choose work that represents a particular political or corporate theme. And it seems that curators in their vanity fall prey often to this compromised conditions, and they seem fixed on national identity, even as the ideal of nation state is being discredited. I've researched The Doom, which is the magazine that represents Middle Eastern contemporary culture. It was really because Sergio was making remarks about this, there's no art in Islam, so I obviously went away and decided to do this.